Hello everyone, I'm Sela and today I'm gonna give you an informative speech on the topic of caffeine. It is about its beneficial effect and its negative effect. Frankly speaking, I drink pretty much of coffee, so I was wondering how that might affect my health. This is inspired me to do some research on the subject, which made it the perfect topic on which to base my speech. It is something in which I have an interest and therefore know something about. First of all, how many of you considers yourself as caffeine addict? How much coffee do you drink in a day? 1 cup, 2 cup, or more? How about caffeinated sodas? Caffeine is pervasive in our society these days, and every few months we hear about how a study has shown that it is bad for us or good for us. What are we to believe? Today, I'd like to give you some of the facts about caffeine and its effect on your body. I may not cause to you change your coffee consumption, but at least you will be better informed about what you are putting into your body. I'm going to talk about the beneficial effect of caffeine, the negative effect, and discuss what are considered to be safe level of caffeine consumption. So let's start with the beneficial information. Caffeine, which comes from the leaves, seeds, and fruits of about 63 different plants, it is well known as a stimulant. That's why people drink it, right? Caffeine does help you wake up and feel more alert, and it has been shown to increase attention span. This is a beneficial effect for people who are driving long distance and for people who are doing tedious work. Calling this a health benefit may be stretching it. Though staying awake while you are driving a car definitely contributes to your well-being. Caffeine also contains antioxidants, which have been shown to have a cancer prevention qualities. The negative effects of caffeine are largely depend on how much you consume. When consumed in small quantities, for example when you have 1 cup of coffee or one soda, caffeine can increase your heart rate, cause you to urinate more, which can cause dehydration and prompt your digestive system to produce more acid. In a larger amount, caffeine can cause you to have a headache, feel restless and nervous, be unable to sleep, and even in very large quantities to have hallucination. When larger amount of caffeine over to 600 mg per day are ingested over long periods of time, they can cause sleep problems, depression, and digestion issues. According to a Medline article on the National Institute of Health website, having caffeine in your diet is not of any benefit to your health. But by the same token, moderate consumption is not considered harmful. They say that having up to 8 cups of coffee a day or 250 mg of caffeine is considered average or moderate. 10 cups of coffee a day is considered excessive. Also, remember that the amount of caffeine per cup can vary greatly depending on the type of bean that are used and the strength of the brew. Most sodas with caffeine, unless they are specially enhanced, have about 35 mg of caffeine per ounce. This means that you don't have to worry too much unless you are drinking several 2-liter bottles per day. Also, the effect of caffeine on your personality will depend on a number of factors, such as your weight, general health, mood, personal sensitivity of caffeine. So, in conclusion, as you can see, caffeine can have both positive and negative effects on our health and well-being. Nevertheless, the bottom line is that if you drink your coffee or sodas in moderation, you don't have to worry too much. So the next time you are wondering whether or not you should have that second cup of coffee to pack you up and relax, at least now you know what it will and won't do for you. I think that's all the speech about coffee and caffeine. Thank you.